Blizzard.
Grey Wolf underscore G4L is here first.
Blizzard.
The Leon created just claimed second.
Yep, that's still broken. Thank you, Stream Deck. Thank you. Hello, sweetie. How are you? How are you? Are you okay? You feeling better now? Good evening, Ian. So I got a bunch of beads today. Figured I could try to put them around pieces of this base that I'm building to get the cloud effects to start to build up. And we can go from there. And I can fill in the back with something else to kind of fill it all in. Thank you, Dobbs. Welcome in. How are you, sweetie? Whoa, is that Amazon? Oh. Let me acquire some texture rollers and see how these work and see if I have any better luck. I feel like these are massive bricks in comparison to others. Like that patterning right there feels like a little bit more on right. Busting up your plane. Oh, yeah. Hi, sweetie. How are you? Can I help you? All right. Now we put the box. But yeah, so I acquired some more things for diorama building so I can start trying to assemble and plan out that diorama a little bit more in earnest. I might take one of my Reaper boxes and just use it completely for basing. We'll see how big I make it. Yeah. It's for the ReaperCon entry antifreeze. Using up the building up the effects of the base. So when I was going through my shelf of stuff, because apparently it's like I don't have enough stuff primed, I need to prime everything, which I do not. I looked at the Sullen Hall box and I was like, oh, almost all of these figures from here can make it into the base if I really wanted them to be. So it's like, I am going to grab a bunch of stuff because I want to build up like a cloud effect for the diorama and build up like mounds of round. So they are kind of like riders in the sky. Instead of it being like a swampy scene, it'd be kind of like a translation of things. So having like the spheres kind of come up and finding ways to elevate it and fill in the space, I think would be nice. Because you can take bits of tinfoil, right, and use that to kind of fill in the mound and make your shapes that way. And then just kind of build it up over time. So, you know, all fun and sun, man. But tonight we shall do Elden Ring, and we need to do some non-metallic chain, and we need to do a dirty brown that goes up to a white for it. For that rusty chain. I hope everybody's Wednesday was great. Mine's been okay. Biscuit. Can't do that yet. Post-workout nap. I was talking with another person today, and they're like, I may go take a nap. I'm like, you do you, boo. I'm done trying to give a crap what you people do. Like, legit, I am, like, over it. So. Yeah. Yep. They informed me earlier this week that they had a flu and they had gotten over it finally, and they were on the downhill side of it. So they would frequently disappear for an hour or two and take a nap because they needed one. Some people do that. The whole idea of the siesta and all that, it's fine. It doesn't bother me. What bothers me about it is that I need them doing something right now. So, like, they get stuck waiting on something, and then all of a sudden it's you know, kind of get stuck in a loop, and it's like, okay, do whatever you need to do, boo boo. I am not your supervisor. I am not your supervisor. Yeah. I mean, we work in a profession where taking a nap is not a terrible thing. I mean, you could find time to do it. I mean, heck, I've been working on cleaning up models and trying to do stuff during lunch. Heck, during one of the snow apocalypse, I was playing WoW while supposed to be working, so. Yeah. And I mean, I, like they told me that. I'm like, oh, okay, you do you, boo. I don't really care. I mean, I'm not your supervisor and I'm done caring, so you want to take a nap, that's your problem, not mine. You know what my deadline is? As long as it's done by then, I don't really give a shite. Don't really give a shite. Yeah, and I mean that's the thing is it's like okay, I mean you just don't say it out loud, but you know they feel comfortable saying that to me, and I'm like I don't care because they know I'm not going to sit there and be like oh well, they were napping. It's like okay, um, technically speaking, what my project manager is currently out of commission because his daughter's battling cancer, and it's like what am I supposed to do? Mama Lion, how are you? Excellent.
Freeze 420 would like you to paint a howdy dwarf.
All right, Auntie. On Friday, we'll paint up a dwarf. Do a exclamation roll 7. I know. I mean, I put it up there for a reason. Oh, one word. Dice roll is 7. Cool. Um. So we got a dwarf praying, or we got side sleeper and side sleeper looking up. Thoughts? Holy shit. So you look at it from like this angle and you're like, oh, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. You look at it straight up and down and you find like the biggest mold line known to man. I'm like, I swear to God, I went over every inch of this thing. Where did my pen go? There we go. So yeah, Hooty Hoot will be happy because we'll paint a dwarf. It just annoys me because it's like you can almost see that. Yeah, God, frustrates me to no avail that it exists that way. One word, Jay. One word. No spaces. Yeah, all good. I'm just letting you know. Yeah, just do roll 20. It's okay. Two. I'll consider adding that one solo. But I won't tell you how many dice roll there is. Or how many zeros there are. And good evening, Solo. I hope you're doing all right. It's a handle. KT, are you there? I have something to show you. Okay. At a moment, capitalism popped off. Accidentally. Yeah. So, Chimera was running a sale of lovers for Valentine's Day. So, let me back up. Okay. So, Chimera was running a sale, and they were selling, lovers. So you could do Galen and Asteria, or Galen and this guy, or Galen and this guy. Like any combination of these four, right? They're pretty. Excuse me. Please keep that there. Thank you. I've painted the mounted version and the chibi version of him. I've painted the chibi version of her. Might as well paint the full version. Well, if I'm going to paint the full version of her, I might as well paint the mounted version of her. This box art was done by Eric Swinson, by the way. They've done also various types of ponies where you can have her mounted with the head and do a black charger. She is posable. You could do sword or banner. So she's on the when I'm feeling pony list. I got some things to get through, but pony. The color for the pony. When I get there, I'm feeling it, I will consider it. I got to get through my long list of stuff that I'm working on right now. But pony is definitely on the list. Because I've actually been having a lot of fun painting that unicorn. and doing like the short lines and working up the textures on it. Um, and I picked up some of the Chimera Velvet inks as well, and hopefully they'll be here by Friday, or Sunday at least. And I hope to kind of incorporate some of those to help break up that colors and help get those darker lines going in there. Hootie, you know what we're going to paint on Friday? Hmm? We're going to paint a dwarf. I figured you would like that. If you check out the channel point redeems, Hootie, you might see that there's a new one. It's got redeemed today. Brand new, just for Hootie. Up and running all the way. Mm-hmm. I don't stream. Oh. All right, that's it. We're just gonna have to have marathon streams coming up. Where he streams a painting, not finishing a mini. Correct, sir. Correct. Yeah, Hootie, what if you were nice to other people? Oh, since you didn't see the redeem, Hootie. Since you didn't see the redeem here, is there a way to replay it? Why do you gotta tell KT to get out? Why do you gotta tell KT to get out? KT's just bringing the class up. From us degenerate, you know, folk. Yeah, antifreeze had 150K, Hootie. But I mean, antifreeze has been here since the beginning, nearly. Oh, I need to move my stream anniversary date. Ugh. Yes. Um, it can move. I had set it up for 313, but I need to move the date because I have to go into the field that day, and wanted to do like a full 12-hour plus stream that day. You can move it within the month. So it'll be like 314 is what I was trailing for or targeting. Um, I picked the day, but then didn't realize that this project was going to screw me over. So I need to adjust the day again. And hopefully survive the trip because they want to do a site visit for some dumb reason. But we think you should go to Egypt. It should be the safest and most adventurous time of your life. Wow, Ian, that's a lot of snow. It's a lot of snow. I feel like that's the time when you go, you know what, snow, we get it. You can go home now, you're drunk. On a positive note, KT, you have awesome colors on your skin and you're too awesome to be trafficked. But be positive. Be positive. Be the force of change. Skin art, exactly. Ooh. Nobody loves their current weight. I don't love mine. Hell, my vet doesn't like Katra's weight. Thinks that she's overweight. Remember that guilt is not an ingredient. Ah, yeah. I know that it works. I mean, this. I know there's a lot of negativity around it, but they are. It exists for a reason. You still have to, but the point is that I gotta fix that. Hold on. 1 second. Where are you at, Stream Deck? Mute. Multi-action. Yeah. Um. Yeah, but there's also a lot of problems. I don't usually like recommending that one. You could try the Florida diet, KT. Have you tried a Florida diet? My doctor would not be awesome with it. I know that for a fact. Hi. How are you? Hello, sweetie. Who's my gorgeous kitty? Okay. What's up? Huh? You gonna steal my pen? Yeah. Hi. I have started getting a lot into the veggies. Not this weekend, but well, probably this weekend. If I can get over to Costco, I need to pick up some things. One of the things I want to get is a um, an Instapot to try to work in beans a little bit more into my diet. I make some refried beans or do stuff like that because it's a little bit more convenient and easy than an Instapot. That and I can cook rice in it a lot freaking easier sometimes. I'm not gorgeous. How are you? Mm-hmm. Hi. What's up? Who's my pretty girl? Actually, I have to start. How? Okay. Whatever, toothpick man. What's up? Hmm? Okay. Thank you. Um, I have been on a slow pace for a while now, but KT, don't have a pity party about that. Having an amazing day. Be sad over the fact that it is not Friday yet. We are the force of change, though maybe stuff will change. I usually try to go for a walk on Sundays, and I haven't. I wasn't able to because rain moved in. What energy do I have? What energy do I have that says you can bring me down? I was unable to get my walk in at 4 o'clock today because I got a call at 3:30. Be safe, Jay. Thank you for hanging out. And was on the phone for a full hour after that, which drives me up the walls. You don't want to be that. Okay. I understand. You know where you can come if you need to chat. Or if you need to check out Katra, you know where we are at. I'm that person on the regular. Sorry. I mean, I was in Cryo Cheese's stream earlier and saw someone saying, I'm sorry about being sorry. I'm like, so you're sorry about being sorry for the sorry that you haven't sorried yet? Sorry? Question mark. And I just want to say, that's a very Midwestern thing to say, KT. Be like, I'm sorry. It's like, for what? You didn't do anything wrong. Last relationship I was in, somebody's like, why don't you ever say I'm sorry? I'm like, do you know that the number of times I've heard somebody say I'm sorry because you stubbed your toe? I'm like, what did you do? Like, how is your being sorry for me stubbing my toe? Like, I don't. It's just like, like, I know you can't. It's in your vocabulary forever, and it's just like, okay, that's how life is. Um, it's kind of like when I was in Brush's channel earlier today, and I was like, "Hey, Brush, what are your thoughts on this curling incident with Canada?" Yeah, it's it's the reciprocation of the energy that is being perceived and received at the time, and it's like you have to say it. If you don't, it does not feel right, and you feel like you're going to be karma'd. Um, when I bought, so I was checking out. I went to uh, PetSmart one day, and I was checking out, and you walk in there, and right there they have like the collection of like stuff that's on sale, and it's like, okay, let me pick this up. because it's right there. They had harnesses for kitties, so you could like put them in a harness and try to get them to go outside. Katra's love of this thing is not very strong right now. She very much hates the harness. Like I picked the harness up and she's like, "Nope, peace out, mofo." That is bad times, non-fun times right there. When I bought the harness, I checked out. I was buying like cat food. I was buying like all kinds of stuff. I had like a cart full of stuff, and I had this harness in there. I go and I'm going and packing my car up and getting ready to leave, and I start unpacking the car, and I realized I didn't pay for the harness. I walk my rear back in there and I say, "Hey, I just checked out and I realized I didn't pay for this harness." And the guy's like, "Seriously? You walked back in here?" They have the post poopy zoomies. That was Katra a little earlier, I think. But so I walked back in and I paid for it, and the guy like looked at me. He's like, "Seriously?" I was like, "Dude, I don't need that bad karma coming back because I walked out and didn't pay for a $20 harness and have you get in trouble because someone's like, you didn't do this thing correctly. I don't need that on my conscience. Right? I want to have my day free and clear and not be like worried that someone's going to get in trouble for not doing the thing that they were supposed to do." Right? It's not my jam. I agree with this, Mama Lion. This is a wise and sound course of action. Your birthday gift should be on your birthday. You shouldn't be receiving it before your birthday. I mean, I would vote on your birthday is the last. And we've established that you and Lion's birthdays are like really close to each other, so your celebration is the same. Also, what did he get you for your birthday? Well, are you guys celebrating and opening your gifts on the same birthday date? Or are you. Hello? Or a pony? It could be a pony. We don't know. You're right, KT. Pony should be. So I have you for 3 hours on Saturday, live. And then I know after that, you guys are going to your celebration. Right? Hi. What you doing there? Hey, 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 hey. This is mine. This is mine. This is mine. You cannot has. Dave and Buster's. Oh, snap. You want to play some skee ball? Hold on. There's a part of me. I have to ask a question, Lion. Do you have to go win the present at Dave and Buster's? I just had to confirm. If it's an Instagram link, yes, go for it. If it's a Discord link, let me know, and I will toss you a permit. Instagram was whitelisted. I haven't gotten around to whitelisting Discord yet, just because, you know, my brain is in like 1,000 places sometimes, and I'm never there. We know what we're. Oh, baby is hungry. Baby is always hungry. Well, you can whitelist just like domain ideas, right? I think I can. I just haven't gone to do that battle yet. Yes, I love the pony. I saw the pony. I already like the pony. The pony's got 19 likes. The, her Their ponies are as beautiful as they are. And that's what we try to tell her. And she's like, no, I want to be obstinate. I'm like, I've done this game before. There it is. Yeah. So it's a healthy baby boy. So you have a daughter and a boy, right? Oh. I like the pony because it's like that's the parts that I'm starting to learn as I want to grow as a painter is that the texturing aspects of it and the feathering of all that is how it works. Hello, Cryo. How are you? Shouldn't you be in? Is it nap time yet? Is it nap time? Yeah. We should never be afraid of the artwork we get to create. And congratulations on having a tiny terror to join. You have one of each now. You can be done. This has lost too much and it needs to change. Too much red. Mm-hmm.
Let's get it. Slingshot, I'm present so let's get it poppin'. Twin blocks, I pull M. That's Timmy and Tommy. Spin like we making a copy. I'm drippin'. I'm clean with these clothes on my body, fresh. I'm trying to make a profit, my turnip stock's taking off like a rocket.
Which one is that, Froggenstein? And welcome back, good sir. Have you kept us safe for the Super Earth? Is democracy okay now? Good evening, Dobbs. You be safe and enjoy your adventure in rusting. I remember when the Switch of Animal Crossing came out during COVID. My partner at the time really liked playing it, or was really into playing it. And all of the memes at the time were Isabella is the Doomslayer, because those were the two games that came out during COVID and everybody lost their mind over them really quick. I forget. There is a cooldown though. I learned the lesson. You made a doomed Isabella chip, yeah. What did I set the cooldown as? Text to speech. Brain, where are you at and why are you not functioning? Brain, why are you not working? It's a 15-minute timer. Found it. Or if I didn't find it, I was going to go
Catra. This mechanic games just showed up with 13 viewers. Hope they have treats.
Catra is not allowed on countertops. This mechanic games, welcome in, right as we're about to. Yep. As we're hitting the ends. How are you doing, mechanic? What's up with you? Welcome in, Raiders. I hope you're all having a great and amazing day.
Catra.
Welcome in, Lib. How are you?
Viewers. Hope they have treats.
You have to go pee-pee. Be safe, Lib. There we go. It's missing something for mechanic. Oh well. Alrighty. Well, mechanic, what were you up to tonight? What were you up to? Conquest City States Minis. Ooh, that sounds fun. If you have any Instagram links or would like to share any works in progress, let me know. Instagram is safe, but everything else is not at the moment. It's definitely changing. How, yeah. So what is up with the Litathon and how is the Litathon going? When you get back, Lit. Like, is it lit? Yay, must read it. I know she's lit as AF. I love those colors, by the way. That sea blue. Smithereen! Like the little sea blue you got, and then like just this little bit of like the pinky reds down here. It's beautiful. Love it. I loves it. How you doing? Keep up with what I'm doing. Five more minutes. I gotcha. It's awesome. We're staying relatively muted and down with this palette. I mean, it's specifically Elden Ring, and they kind of have a very muted palette anyway. But it's really just. I'm getting to a point where I don't enjoy this figure anymore, so it's like, alright. About to be slap some paint on it time. Like, who's ever really going to see that, even on a tabletop when you're playing? Are you going to be able to see his chain here on the bottom side? No. Also, am I in a special club because I know what the gift is? Oh no. Oh no. Also, congratulations on 1,000 followers. Cryoches. One day, one and two, 24 hours. Day three, 9 hours. Day four, 7 hours completed. 4 more hours still on the clock. Ooh. So do we add to the current timer? If one were to, so to say, light it up. Me. I mean,
Painty Paint paints on the Twitch stage. P3 with the brush, let him loose from the cage. Color so clean, yeah the talent don't faint. We just want ponies, more pony paint. Gallop in neon, manies dripping light. Canvas going wild every stream night. Catra in his lap, queen of the scene, best cat mama's boy you've ever seen. P3, don't tease, drop that too heavy heat. More ponies, more magic, make the masterpiece complete.
oh, Katie. That is amazing. Amazing. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I'm going to go over to Twitch really quick. And I want to say clip that. I mean, I don't care. You can take credit for the thought. And that's acceptable. It's not the sometimes it is the intent of the action that is more important than the art of the action. If that ever makes sense. Your intent of the action is well received. And appreciated. The speaker and microphone combo the hubby snagged from you from work. He's gotten a lot of things from work. I'm there are times I've always understood the thought that counts to be condescending at times. Just because I grew up in the Midwest, right? Even though it's a very strong sentiment there. The action is what's more important to me than the thought of the action. Psychoff! How are you? Welcome in. My sound alerts are jacked up right now. Hello, Robin Roar. I saw you as well. Izzy! Man, all the friends are here tonight. I'm sitting here struggling with some non-metallic metal, trying to slap it down and make it look like chain. And I think that's going to be passable. Because at times, welcome in, Hex Threader. I had to take a moment to read that name. I'm like, what is that? Send help. I need to raise my desk 1 second. Boom. There we go. What were you up to tonight, Psychoff? I was looking at I was doing some of my work lurking streams today. Wasn't always as active as I wish to be sometimes, but work demands a sacrifice at times. Ba-da-da-da. As the pastics. I mean, Catcher finally calmed down. Right before stream, she was like, "Excuse me, human. It is time for me to do the thing where I'm going to race from one end of the house to the other end of the house, meow like somebody's in pain, and then race back to you." Is anything actually wrong? No. But she chose to do that, so. Yeah, the whole she is starting to calm down a little bit. Good evening, Kelly. How are you? The Voice Zoo. Interesting. Sounds like a fun little indie game of some kind. First responder drills. Go, 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 go. So are you going to have like the weird reverse cowgirl for your CPR training? Asking for inquiring minds. There is a story that goes to that. There's a whole story that goes to that. But it's much more fun when you lead up that way. I was hanging out and you made it. How did you make it interesting? Did you like capture something you weren't supposed to capture, or did you like? Hey, Caleb Lomb, that is not okay. Not okay. Do not choke on your dinner. Do not choke on your dinner. No dying while in present stream. Okay. Okay. No, none of that. None of that. Survivability +2. You make the voices for the animals. Really? That would not end well for me. I still have a clip of King saying, "Please stop." Hey, geese! You're supposed to chew your food. Or so they say. That should be a quote. What's that? Well, I will. All right, so I'll tell the story. I was hanging out in a Studio GA7 stream, and I look over, and it's just random, and it's like a Friday, and I forget who it was. It was one of the regulars in his stream was in a CPR training class, and they talked about an appropriate way to perform it would be reverse cowgirl, in which we all had to ask, what CPR class is this? And apparently, you can put a person in a chair to help with the compressions, is what they were trying to explain, but they called it reverse cowgirl, which is either the most ace person ever to live this world, or they've just literally never read a book. Like, no books whatsoever. Never read any curious books, never had a thought anywhere in their brain about this. And it's still like a question today. It's like, I mean, we're in CPR training. Oh, well, is this like reverse cowgirl training? Like the person was pure with their intentions. It was just one of those questions or one of those statements you say it out loud and you're like, you never hear it. And then all of a sudden someone points it out to you and you're like, you do know that that's like a sex position. But you also read books, Kello. You also read. To be fair. Be safe, Psycho. Thank you for the raid. Exactly. It's like how like
Someone just followed.
is this person like the most precious person in the whole world? Excuse me. Hey. It's okay. It's A-okay. Be safe with your lurk. Enjoy your dinner. Uh, you know, Hex Threader. You want to practice some compressions for CPR tonight? Really? I need to look if it unfollowed me from Roll to Explode. I haven't seen them live in forever. So do you have to be in a specific spot for Twitch to go, I guess this person's going to stick around? Really? 2,000? How dedicated are you? I don't know. It depends. If you want to practice that CPR hacks? Yeah, that explains a lot. Because, I mean, it could be unfollowing you from people that you haven't been actively engaged with. Oh, great times and great days. But welcome in people from Psychoff. For those that don't know me, I'm Painty Paint Paints. On Wednesday night, we paint up board game type figures, and we are looking at the Elden Ring Mad Pumpkin. And I'm utilizing a modified Zorn palette, smidge with it. New speakers. New speakers, who dis? Are they are they like the really old Harcon ones that like when you get a cell phone call that bloop, 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 bloop. We have the amazing people tonight with the Lions, KT being awesome. So grateful you stuck around. Also, wow, that doesn't surprise me. They're moving offices, and they're like, oh, by the way, some of the equipment you guys can take home now. So our office is technically moving locations. Often at times when you move locations, you get new office furniture, and they just, either sell off the old stuff or, just kind of leave it. Never really know what happens to it. The coordinator of the move sent out emails recently saying, if you want a chair, feel free to come and get it. Apparently, there were enough emails that came back that said, well, how do I make sure it gets to the new location? He goes, the chair is for you to take home, not to move to the new location, please. I'm like, I love working up for this company sometimes. People super smart. Like, did we wake up today with and decide, you know what? We're going to be like super weird about it, and we're just going to try to move our chair because that makes sense. Exactly, Katie. It's like, oh, free stuff. I know people that when they used to have like the old partition walls before they switched to open office formats, they actually took the partition walls home with them when they got to move offices because they're like, this is a great way to cordon off rooms so my kids aren't fighting with each other. Or create room separation when they needed it. And they were like, yay, free stuff. Or, how do I move this to the new office? It's like, why do you need to move it to the new office? You get new furniture. I mean, if I could get, so they use HP monitors, and if I knew I could get some of the newer 27 ones that they have, I'd definitely be like, I'll start coming into the office so I can swipe 2 or 3 of those because, they're not the worst monitors ever. Why can I not get this to turn brown like I want to? I know. You mentioned that. I was actually talking to a young engineer at one point. I was like, yeah, you didn't want like a big TV? He goes, no, because then you can't snap to the side of stuff. Like, oh, that kind of makes sense. Because they would give you choices between having one giant monitor or one, or having a dual monitor setup. One company I worked for. My current company is like, here you go. There's 2 monitors. Like, okay. I mean, I like the dual monitors, and I want to switch this setup that I'm using right now to 3, just so I can have like a 3rd gaming monitor in case I want to do that. But I'm like, I don't really want to spend that kind of money right now. Now, if you ask me to go to Amazon and buy something for like painting miniatures or diorama building, I'll be like, yeah, here's my credit card. Son of a biscuit. The separate monitors are nice. I just kind of want a 3rd one for the setup. For work, I had to switch over to using 3 monitors, which I did not want to do, but I had to because I was using the virtual platform. Because we use a. Hey, Tiny Big Wars, I have a question for you. What's the name of the printer you use? The Epson 850. He cursed. I know. You kiss your mother with that mouth? Um, hey, Lion. That's the printer. The Epson 850, 8550 Eco Tank. Oh, okay. Apparently, they're like super nice, and I'm missing out because I don't have one. I remember him talking about it, and I remember like the Eco Tank piece, but I couldn't remember anything else about it. So I was like, when he comes around, we can always ask him. Because we see the Tiny Big Wars every so often. How you doing tonight, Tiny? Heck yeah. Okay. Pump it up. Pump it up. And there we go. Back to pumping it up again. Next, we're going to be in CPR training. PTL for the THC. Pump it up. Pump it up. Charge. A man definitely designed your bra. I mean, you remember the movie What a Woman Wants, right? With Mel Gibson, KT? It's an interesting concept of a movie. It's about a chauvinistic male that instantly he gets to hear the inside thoughts of women, right? And a predominant, like at the time, it was predominantly male. It's got Jodie Hofstetter. Is it Jodie Foster? In it, and there's an accident that ends up happening, and he gets the ability to listen to hear women's thoughts, right? And he realizes how much of a piece of shit he is. Foster, yes, that's what it is. But it's about marketing, and it's kind of men versus women sort of deal. And it's a new woman coming into the marketing scene to take over the job. Everybody thought this guy was going to be a shoe-in. He's like always winning. You know, he's got like the Swedish models on speed dial kind of stuff. And he comes up with like one of the really early Nike commercials with the woman running, and she's like feeling really like super. And she's like, "This is exactly what it means to do this." And they're like, "Oh, blah 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 blah." He's like, "No, I'm a piece of crap." So when you said a man designed your bra, I was like, probably. Did he do it well? No, no, he did not. Because one of two things: either it cannot stay closed, or getting out of it, it's a magic trick in its own right. Yeah, like it's annoying. I I've been down this road a lot. Um, Actually, there was a store not too far from a place where we would frequent dinner that a previous partner would had the ability to go in and check out, and had actually like people there to help with that kind of stuff. Because I've known many of people that would complain about oversized problems and having to fight and constantly find the things that fit well when certain things are a wee bit too large. All right, so how am I going to get this? So the top of the chain, I don't love it, but I don't hate it, and I kind of think that it's like as there as it can be there. Mm-hmm. I'll play it if you bring it to Reaper. I will try anything and everything once, Lion. Yeah. I will even bring Tiny Big Horse's game. I need to finish painting it. Now, I'll say this because I think I know what you're about to say, Tiny. I'll try anything once if I think it's safe enough. It's. You want to go bungee jumping? All right, let's. As long as it's safe and they look like they know what they're doing. Carpe diem, baby. Or as Drip Master Riz Shooter 67 would say, drip. Or YOLO. That was the right word, YOLO, not drip. YOLO. So I've had this conversation a few times. What who was I talking to? Or what conversation was I having that I'd never finished the story? I forget. But someone was talking about card games, and the Geek Enders was doing their podcast, and it was one of the shorts from it. Um, Jesse and Dodger were talking about Magic the Gathering and the difference of playing Magic the Gathering in person versus playing Magic the Gathering online. So you can play Magic the Gathering through the tabletop simulator thingamabobber, right? Or like Hearthstone through through the Hearthstone app, and it's got like the rules kind of baked in, so you always remember what you have to do, kind of deal. So it's like it's always procedural. It's like, okay, gain a mana, draw a card, do the thing, move on to the next turn. Uh, Apparently, there was a thing at times when people would create card games, they would go, "Is it Magic the Gathering complicated?" So I feel like there's two schools of thought. One, make it Magic the Gathering complicated in a way that nobody can possibly understand it. Or make it the least complicated Magic the Gathering clone and calling Gathering Magic. I was watching Day9 play Spellforce Reforced during dinner. And he was playing the game, and I can already tell that I am not going to enjoy watching this playthrough in just the little bits that I watched. So I'm going to have to find something else to watch during dinner. And this frustrates me. Because he's not playing Blueprints, and he's not playing Command and Conquer Red Alert 2. Or Red Alert, Command and Conquer Red Alert 2. So I'm going to have to wait for Blueprints random playthrough, or something else to pop up that might whet my palate. Because I can tell you right now, I am not going to enjoy him playing that game. He's 10 minutes into the game and he's already complaining about the UI and the tutorial. So oh shit, I need to put up my rate timer. Rate timer. Okay. This bit underneath his mace. 27, yes, probably. This year does not work out for me because I had a work project that cropped up and I knew about it, so therefore I planned for it. I will do ReaperCon 26. I already got my hotel room for it. I have a single king room for myself. So, yay. But I think next year I want to try to do two. At the end of 25, I burned a shit ton of PTO because of work. So I'll give that a 2 out of 10, Tiny. Actually. Yeah. I had roughly 150 hours banked, and I burned about 100 due to lack of work because I was waiting on a project to kick in. And once it finally kicked in, it was, balls to the walls, and everybody was screwing up already on it. So, one of those projects. It was that where I lose my insanity waiting for different pieces of work to come in and get handed a crap ton of stuff that comes back and bites me in the ass. So I told my manager, I'm taking PTO for my mental health and sanity. In which they all go, ooh, maybe we shouldn't piss him off. It was discussed at the year-end review. No, I did not have to use it. It was a choice because I knew what I had to work with. Aw.
Emotional, damn it!
Lotus K requests a dad joke.
All right. What do we get, Lotus? What do we get? Why did the miner get fired from his job? Because he took it for granted. Which is fitting for the curling stone challenge. My word. When the extra finger flick on the granite, you know, like double touch. Double touch. Once you go beyond the line, you can't touch. No touch. No touchy. Once you go on the line, no touchy.
Painty paint paints, Yappy 3 on the rise, brushy in the air, got the glow in his eyes. Layers so smooth, every stroke precise, turn a blank canvas into something nice. Chat spams ponies, one more please. Galloping dreams in electric breeze. Pastel manies without shimmer and shine, color so cold but the vibe so divine. Catra curled up like a tiny queen, supervising every bright scene. P3 got skill, no need to pretend, more pony drops till the stream won't end.
Mm-hmm. And I have new pony too, that we will have to paint up. But we need to get through other ideas first. Once we complete other ideas. We will use that for a lunch pad. Because that pony is going to be a beautiful pony. It's okay to be selfish, KT. It is okay to be selfish. It's just not okay to have some shellfish. I was wondering if you were going to catch it, Lotus. What she's talking about is I did a Chimera order and I picked up Asteria mounted. Because I painted Galen mounted. So I might as well paint Asteria mounted because I got Asteria standing. So now I have to get Asteria painted on the mount. The front side was Eric Swinson's box art cover. Because this is actually in his book. And it's a complementary color scheme. The Chimera website said it's on pre-order, but it is not on pre-order because they shipped it with my package. Yeah, you could try to steal mine. You want me to help you point out where it's at? It's on that wall. It's somewhere over there on that wall. Okay. You and Hootie will be over in 4 hours. Come on. Come on now. I'll get the dad jokes ready. Oh, by the way, the power muffins that I bought, would not recommend. 2 out of 10. The bootylicious ones. They're just okay and they're not all that amazing. Really? Venom versus Carnage. Are you remembering the video game with Bride Green Jelly's song? All right. Actual question: is Chimera on break, or is he commenting a snooze button? Um. So there's Jerkoya minis. In the US side, but her stock is limited, and you can get a code for that and get 10% off if you want. Runix as well. Well, y'all are about to find her. So, Chimera is not on break, so we're going to go ahead and push our start raid button. Chimera paints minis. He's on his streamiversary, and we do like to go say hello to him and see what he's up to. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for coming in. The amazing raids. KT, the amazing text-to-speech raps were amazing. It is awesome. But I will DM you stuff, Lotus, if you want the other side. Everybody, be safe. Have a great Thursday. We will return for Friday, and we'll be painting a dwarf for Hotai. And we're going to paint a passed out dwarf first, and we'll work in some orange somewhere. So that's Friday's stream. Let's all have a great time and go see our friend Chimera.